Good morning, Sizzlers. What's up? Well, today we're out here fishing. We have been on a little work hiatus, I guess, the last week. So we haven't been out here fishing since we got home from New York. And I hope you checked out our New York videos, but I caught a big striper up there. And honestly, I don't feel like I left New York today. Today is like really overcast out and like that eerie, creepy, like just dark grayness out today.
It is a lot warmer though.
Yeah, it is a lot warmer, that's true. I'm not freezing cold like I was up there, but I feel like I didn't leave. And today, we're going to be hopefully catching some fish. That's the goal, of course.
We haven't been out here in forever.
Yes, we haven't been out here in forever.
But we brought our secret weapon.
Yes.
Silent Frank.
You guys remember Silent Frank, right? I know all you guys missed him because you've been commenting so much in the comments, letting us know.
You guys can't get enough Silent Frank.
Yes. So today, I think with this overcast conditions and the sun's not too bright, that we're gonna have some good luck catching some bait, and then hopefully having some good luck catching some fish. And today we're gonna be focusing on bottom fishing. So
yeah, it's a west wind, and you know I hate trolling or doing any sort of pelagic fishing on a west wind. So we figured we'll concentrate on some bottom fishing.
Yeah.
And of course we're gonna drift out some flat lines, and hopefully that'll catch some other fish too.
Yep. So we're in our bait spot now, and we got to get our chum out and bring these
Frank, get that chum out.
This ballyhoo to the side of the boat here, so that way I can cast net them, and then we're gonna have some yummy, delicious live bait for the delicious fish we're gonna catch. While we're out here trying to catch a fish, I figured I'd tell you guys a quick story about how Brian and I met. Ooh, baby! I think I just got a little bite there. We'll see what happens. But basically, I want to tell you, we met at the place we used to work at, which was called Remax, and that was about 6 years ago. I officially met Brian, and I was actually the receptionist of the office. And Brian used to come up quite a bit, and I remember the first time he came up, he was really loud and boisterous with his New York, accent that he's got going on, and he just, I don't know, like, just walks up like he's the you-know-what, like he's the man in the office. And honestly, first time I met him, it was just like, man, just get away from me. I'm like trying to do my job, answer phone calls and stuff like that, and there's people walking into the office. So a lot of the times he'd come up and bother me when I'm like the busiest.
Well, I had been working at this law office in this law firm, which was in the Remax building, and honestly, we went through a lot of receptionists, so I wasn't really paying this receptionist no mind. But she's obviously beautiful, but I wasn't really thinking like romantically. I was just going about doing my job over there.
And after a few months of working there at the office, our first date, it was actually kind of funny, but Brian constantly came up like right before lunchtime for me, and always asking me like what I'm doing for lunch, and do we want to go to lunch together and whatnot. And I was just being like, in general, just taking my time, because not only I had a boss that that had his office directly across from me at my front desk, so he was like always watching what I was doing, and I was just trying to not keep anything like obvious and like letting anyone know that like we were talking to each other or whatnot. So we eventually ended up going to Applebee's as our first date, which I don't really consider a first date. It was just more like we had a little lunch, a little drink, and then we went back to work. That's not
Exactly how I remember it. Now listen everybody, the girl's beautiful. I'm a little bit older if you didn't notice. So I did some investigation with the ladies in the office. She was single, what she did during lunch, what was going on, and honestly I just winged it. You get to be a little bit older and you have a little more confidence, and you realize if she says no, she says no. If I don't ask her, I'm not going to lunch, and if I do ask her and she says no, I'm still not going to lunch, so what the heck, right? So I asked her to go to lunch, and then we went to Applebee's, and I remember I was being quite a bit of a gentleman, opening the door to the car, which she doesn't like anymore, and all that great stuff. So we went to Applebee's, and yeah, we had 2 beers, which was like the most beers I've ever had during work.
I actually don't remember the first thing you said to me about this. I was just actually thinking that because I knew you were going to come back to me. My first memory was probably of fishing with Darcie that day when you were trying to find the wreck for the first time, and I guess we were drifting all around it, and I never heard so many curse words came out of a girl's mouth because you couldn't find a wreck that you had GPS coordinates for that was 150 yards in length or something like that. So.
All right, got a fish on here. Sorry, I have a bunch of stuff going on, but I am totally out of touch today. I can't tie lures and tie knots. It's taking me forever. But I wanted to go ahead and finish. Ooh, oh my God, big jump. But I wanted to go ahead and finish telling you guys, you gotta slow down, telling you guys about our first day. And like I said, I didn't really consider going, oh, I just lost the fish. Boo. But I didn't really consider going to Applebee's as our first date. And our first date was actually not on this boat. Brian used to have a wakeboard boat, and we took that boat out and had a great time on the weekend. And we went to Beer Can Island, which you guys are familiar with. We're always hanging out at Beer Can Island. But that was our first official date, and we got to hang out together, and it was fun. And we also had our first kiss.
One of the main things I remember about our, I guess our official first date at the sandbar was, man, this girl was really hard to nail down. I mean, of course, I remember our first kiss very well. But, you know, I think she was like 22, 23 years old at the time, Miami girl, lovely Florida young lady, just bebopping around. You know, who am I to be thinking she's going to come spend a day with me on my boat at the sandbar? You know, just me and her on a date, you know. So honestly, I got blown off a couple times. I got to tell you, the girl, I'm sure she has more options. But, so finally, yeah, we got on the boat and with the beer can like we always do, and we just had a great time. And I remember, you know, we went out after a little bit for some dinner, and it was just the greatest time. And I just thought it was awesome. And then after that, what we officially call our anniversary is when she moved in, which was March 5th. It'll be 6 years.
I was very nervous about moving in just because, I don't know, like Brian said, I was young and like I just started dating Brian and I moved in, and so I didn't, anyways, I was nervous and just thought about like what my dad would think and all that kind of stuff. So whatever, it ended up working out, and we're having a great time being full-time YouTubers, which I never thought we'd be doing 5 years ago. Never.
What do I think about Brian and Darcie's relationship? It works. It works well. You know, I hardly see him anymore. It's tough to get him, besides either going out in the boat or going out to dinner, to get him out of the house. But you know, it works for them. They're happy, and I'm happy for both of them.
Frank's actually the glue in our relationship. Wasn't it, Frank? We wouldn't be together. What do you think, honey?
Right.
Man, we're just kind of kidding. But Frank?
Wrong.
But Frank is single, ladies, still. He's had some dates lately, but just hasn't been able to land a fish, literally and figuratively, especially today. I think you're a little slow. We're inshore trolling here. Sizzle, why don't you tell us a little bit what we're doing?
Okay. Yeah, we're back to doing what we usually do during the winter time. And, you know, a lot of you guys are going to think this is not real fishing. I consider it real fishing. You just kind of have to like drag your lures at a certain speed, and whatever that speed is, it depends on your boat, but we're kind of just trolling along, and we're trying to stay close to structure, docks and pylons and things like this. And the current right now is not so much current, so that's kind of bad. But we need to have a lot of moving water, and basically I'm pulling my favorite artificial lures, my lip divers, Uzuri crystal minnows and whatnot. And if you guys have been around a while, you know exactly what lures I'm pulling, but I'll go ahead and leave it down in the description for you. Check that out. But we've got 3 lures in the water right now, and just hopefully we can pull up a fish or two. Maybe we can get a snook or a jack or a bluefish or something cool. But we are struggling today. We cannot seem to catch a fish, and this is our first time back home since our New York trip, so we're failing. Did you guys know that I am like addicted to chapstick? I have to have it on me at all times. Like seriously, I have an addiction. Like, it's a big problem. And so like on the boat, like I need to have my chapstick with me. I even have like 2 different kinds with me right here. But what are some essentials that you guys need on the boat? Go ahead and comment below and let us know in the comments, like what is something you need to bring on the boat at all times. For me, it's chapstick because I'm addicted. But I also wanted to mention real quick to you guys about Naples Take a Soldier Fishing, which is a big fishing tournament coming up next month. And basically this tournament is just for the soldiers, and we take soldiers fishing, and they have an absolute blast. And basically I fished this tournament last year. If you haven't seen that video, you need to check it out. But we ended up winning first place.
Put your hands together, people. Look at the size of these fish. This is unbelievable.
With a couple soldiers on the boat as well, of course. So we are going to be defending our crown again this year. I'm going to be fishing with Captain Michael Avanon, and for those of you who are familiar, on the west coast of Florida. He is a superb, excellent captain, and he knows exactly what he's doing out there offshore. So you guys are invited September 16th. And that day, we're going to be, you're invited to the weigh-in, which we're going to be doing a meet and greet with all my fans. And hopefully all of Darcizzle Nation will be there. If you're able to make it, please do. And you can say hello to the veterans, say hello to the soldiers that will be there fishing, and say hello to me, and we'll take some pics and have fun. But you're invited, September 16th, Naples, take a soldier fishing event.
No!
Stop it!
No!
Stop it!
Worst part of the day. Worst part. I hate this part of the day.
He literally does this every single time I decide to put some clothes on. This is ridiculous.
Boo!
Listen.
This is Florida.
He needs to chill.
I got no chill. I got no chill.
Cardi B's got no chill.
Now to get the boat all unpacked, one of my secrets to success is apparently, somehow, I don't know how this happened, but I'm not good enough. I don't do a good enough job cleaning the boat. I also don't do a good enough job cleaning the fish. So Darcie does all that, and I'm gonna go sit in the car in the air conditioning and wait for her to be done. Because when she's right, she's right.
Back home, time to see our very, very, very vicious guard dogs. They're so vicious. It's crazy. No, really? They might not even be awake right now. Puppies! Puppies! Hi, Bubba! What are you doing? Hi! This is Bubba, guys, and that's Sadie over there. And as you know, sorry there's not a lot of light in here, but as you know, we made a video a couple weeks ago about Bubba, and Bubba's sick and not eating. And update on him, he is doing okay, but he's still kind of not eating. He didn't eat dinner last night. Kind of just giving him whatever he wants to eat at this point. He's old and might as well enjoy the last whatever food he's going to eat. So right now, thank you so much for your suggestions, guys. I did try some of them. Peanut butter, I gave that to him a little bit. He didn't seem to like it and he puked. And here's Sadie. And Sadie's actually, I don't know, she's a little sick too. She's got a little weird cough, but they're getting old. So, I mean, I guess that comes with age. But they're both definitely showing signs of being old. And Sadie is a good girl. She eats all her food, though. So, that's the update on Bubba. And thank you guys so much for caring and asking how he's been doing lately, too, because I know you guys care about that. So, thank you. All right, guys, it's time to go potty. Let's go potty.